Welcome to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm Lisa Workman here at the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. A lot of fun events going on in and around our community as we roll out and roll into the month of February. And one of the ones that I am very excited about is the 30th annual Fergus Falls Chamber Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament. And I've got special guests joining me today. I've got King Bob here, this is our custom trophy that's new every year that goes to the first place team. Gutter Bob has joined me, and Gutter Bob will be going to our 60th place team. And then of course on the end here is our traveling trophy. This will go out to our best dressed team. So this year's theme for the Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament is bowling at the beach, bowling on the beach. So we're encouraging folks to dress up in their favorite beach attire as they come out to the event on Saturday, February 11th at Northern Air Lanes. And we'll have 60 teams out there bowling with us. A whole lot of fun, a lot of fun games and activities throughout, and a lot of door prizes that we give away. So the team spots are all filled right now, but we do have a waiting list, so you can get in touch with us at the chamber at 218-736-6951 if you'd like more information. And we are still collecting donations for prizes that we give away. We give away a lot of prizes, but we are very excited about the Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament coming up on Saturday, February 11th at Northern Air Lanes. Of course, if you're looking for other fun activities and things going on, I invite you to check out our website at fergusfalls.com, where you will find more out about Giving Hearts Day, which is coming up on February 9th, as well as the Someplace Safe Tea fundraiser, which will be on Saturday, February 18th. Joining me on the show next will be Caleb Larson. He is with LB Homes, and he'll be sharing details about the upcoming Giving Hearts Day with us. And then Cheyenne Lean with Someplace Safe will be joining us to talk about the Someplace Safe Tea, so stay tuned.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is here with the Park Region My Safety Net app. Welcome home to My Safety Net. The My Safety Net app is designed to easily tailor a custom Wi-Fi experience. The My Safety Net app is simple and intuitive. All features are accessible from the home dashboard. Easily create profiles for people, places, and things. Pause the internet. Set schedules. Run bandwidth tests. Get performance alerts and device statistics. Enhanced features allow you to filter content, prioritize devices and activities, get notified and keep track of web threats, intrusions, and blocked viruses. My Safety Net app. Connect, control, and tailor the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. My Safety Net by Park Region. Call today.
Well, welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. Joining me now on the show is Caleb Larson with LB Homes. And Caleb, glad to have you on the show. We had an opportunity to chat a little bit on Leighton Broadcasting about Giving Hearts Day, but we want to get the message out there every way possible. So Giving Hearts Day coming up February 9th.
February 9th, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Giving Hearts Day, for those who heard the radio broadcast, I gave a little bit of the history there, but never hurts to recap. Starting in 2008, the Dakota Medical Foundation was looking for a way to just help raise awareness of the work that charities and nonprofits do in the local communities. And Giving Hearts Day was what they came up with. It's kind of every year around Valentine's Day, not on Valentine's Day, there's a lot going on that day, but around Valentine's Day. This year it falls on February 9th, which is next Thursday. And so as they looked at it, it's not a fundraiser for any particular organization or any particular, when you give to Giving Hearts Day, what you're doing is you're giving to the local charities of your choice in the community that you choose to support. And so if you go to the Giving Hearts Day website, they have a long list of all the participating organizations.
Because there's so many in the region.
There's a lot in the region.
So many.
There's a lot in the region that participate, and it goes all through North Dakota, it goes all through northwestern Minnesota. So there's a large area that's participating.
Right.
So we always encourage people, if you're not sure if a charity you want to support is participating, if you go to Giving Hearts Day and you do a search, it'll come up if they're participating. And a part of the reason they choose to participate on Giving Hearts Day is there are usually matching funds associated with it. So,
and that's part of, what the Dakota Medical Foundation, what their, I guess, partnership, or, they're really spearheading this every year since 2008, like you said, where there's some matching funds available. But again, it's all of the organizations working together that gets a little more volume and a little more awareness out there throughout the region.
and that's the big thing about it. So a lot of the matching funds, the organizations that are participating in Giving Hearts Day are responsible for raising their own matching funds or getting pledges from community business partners. So I know, I work at LB Homes. We have a number of businesses here in the community that support us.
Which is fantastic.
And I know many of these others have local or business ties that are supporting them in their fundraising efforts. And it is a blessing to live in a community where people are willing to support the work that's being done. There's a lot of good work being done.
Absolutely, and we know, from the Chamber's perspective, we know that strong businesses mean strong communities.
Yeah.
So when folks are supporting our local businesses and doing everything possible to spend their money in Fergus Falls whenever they do business, it helps not just that business, but then those businesses, like you said, are so generous, giving back to organizations like LB Homes and many others that are, especially those that are participating in the Giving Hearts Day. So all those things make a difference when people stay local. So, I think a lot of people may have heard of the Giving Hearts Day or maybe seen some of the broadcasts out of the Fargo-Moorhead area. But what's very cool about it is that there are a number of organizations right here in Fergus Falls that are a part of it that you can contribute directly to. We should touch on what those are, in addition to, of course, LB Homes.
Yeah, of course. So there are about 8 local ones participating, 8 local charities that we know of anyway. As I said, it never hurts to double check.
Sure.
But I know that Inspiration Point Christian Bible Camp Retreat Center is participating this year. I know that Hillcrest Lutheran Academy is participating, Health Resources Center, A Wife Like Me, the Lutheran Brethren Seminary, LB Homes, as I mentioned, the Freedom Resource Center, and then the Lake Region Healthcare Foundation. And so I know all of those are participating here locally. There may be more. That's why I say, if there's a particular charity you're wondering about, it never hurts to search. But I know for a fact those ones are. And they all do good work here in the community.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't always appreciate the work that is being done. Not in the sense they don't appreciate, but they don't realize the level of work. That is being done.
A lot of it's being done behind the scenes.
A lot of it's going on behind the scenes. A lot of it's happening in ways that people don't realize. And a lot of people maybe don't realize how important their financial support is to a lot of these organizations. A lot of these organizations can't do the work they do without people being willing to give.
Absolutely, and a great day to do that. And folks can start their giving. They can schedule it. They can mail a check dated February 9th to the organizations. Let's talk about the variety of ways that people can give on Giving Hearts Day.
Yeah, so a number of ways you can give. The most basic is you go on the website and you can just fill out a donation there. If you see flyers like this around, the QR code here, if you know how to use one of those, you scan it with your phone, click on the picture, it'll bring you right to the website. You can do it that way. Otherwise, you can go to, of course, givingheartsday.org and do a search. To make it even easier, I know the Fergus Falls charities participating this year set up our own landing page that has just the Fergus Falls charities on it. You can click the link, go right to their donation page. That's fergusfallsgivingheartsday.org.
Perfect.
Simple
Makes
enough
it
to
easy.
remember. If you go to fergusfallsgivingheartsday.org, you can see all the local participating charities. Click on the one you want and just fill out the donation information there. And if you want to give before February 9th, if you go onto the website, you can schedule a gift too, so that it'll go through and it will just process on the 9th. The reason they like to do gifts on the 9th is because Giving Hearts Day does track some of that information.
Sure.
And the Dakota Medical Foundation has different things they'll give out. Participating charities can receive bonuses or things like that based on
some surprise gifts.
Some surprise gifts and things like that. But that being said, most charities that I know and most nonprofits will happily accept gifts after February 9th too.
Absolutely.
So certainly, if February 9th comes and goes, it doesn't mean you can't support these local businesses or these local nonprofits. But
right, and one thing too, like you mentioned, is that much of the work that's being done by these local nonprofits and charities are things that we don't necessarily see. And usually when they're doing a fundraiser or participating in a fundraiser like this, a lot of them have a specific need that they're raising funds for. Being with LB Homes, can you share with us what LB Homes will be raising their funds for?
Yeah, so the funds we're raising this year are for our Light and Life Auditorium. The Light and Life Auditorium is kind of a gathering space that we have. We do our chapel services there. It's a chapel space. And that's kind of what it was initially designed for.
Sure.
But then we also use it for events. There's activities. They play bingo there.
We've had Chamber Cafe there.
Chamber Cafe's meeting. A lot of public events happen in that space.
Right.
So it's a beautiful location. Last year, we've kind of been on a 2-year project. Last year, we raised money on Giving Hearts Day to update some of the audio and lighting stuff.
Sure.
So we were able to update all the lights, put in brand new LED lights that are nice and bright.
Yeah, fantastic.
We were able to get a new computer interface for our sound system, which will allow us to hook up the sound and live stream different events and things. Especially during COVID, we found out how valuable it can be to be able to record and live stream and things. And so we're able to do that. And now the second part is to get this year we're hoping to raise the funds for a projector screen and a projector that we can integrate into that system as well. And right now, if we want to show a movie or something for our residents, or if we're using it for a visual aid or something, we have to pull out the old 8x5 little setup stand. And, I suppose it technically gets the job done, but a lot of our residents have difficulty seeing.
Right.
Something that size can be hard. And the setup, it takes time for people to set it up and take it down. So it would be nice to have a nice big screen right there, ready to go. You simply turn it on. Residents can watch movies, can use for illustrations during sermons, can use it for activities, social events if people are coming doing presentations.
Sure.
So that's kind of what we're raising the money for there. And then I know the other local charities that are participating also have a number of different projects that they're raising money for as well. And that information, if you go on the website, they have a little video on there that explains kind of what each organization is raising money for. And I think we maybe have that video here this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think that's a very good segue that we should remind folks. It's on February 9th.
February 9th.
Go to FergusFallsGivingHeartsDay.org. You can choose a local charity that you'd like to contribute to. And I think we'll wrap things up, Caleb, with a little video to share a little bit more about what each of the organizations. But of course, I want to thank you for all your work that you are doing, helping to collaborate those local charities.
Happy to do it, and thanks for having me on, and thanks for supporting these local charities on Giving Hearts Day, February 9th.
Fantastic. Well, let's roll the video.
A Wife Like Me provides biblical hope, restoration, tools, and support for wives, strengthening their marriages and families. Your support on Giving Hearts Day goes to our Help Now project, so couples in crisis don't have to wait months or even a year to see a counselor. They'll receive immediate biblical help. Thank you for making a difference in the families in your community.
Freedom Resource Center provides services that increase independence for people with disabilities. We work with all people of all ages and all disabilities, free of charge. Please remember that people with disabilities are equal and valued participants in society. And please remember to support us on Giving Hearts Day.
Hello, I'm Amanda from Hillcrest Lutheran Academy, and our mission at Hillcrest Lutheran Academy is to equip young people in a Christ-centered, Bible-based environment for a life of eternal significance. This Giving Hearts Day, we would appreciate your support and your gift to our mission. Thank you.
At Health Resources Center, we come alongside individuals and families and offer one-on-one mentorship and resources in the areas of parenting and pregnancy, life coaching, and sexual health. Your Giving Hearts Day gift helps us strengthen the family structure with supporting women and men through education, healthy relationship resources, and life-affirming services. Join me in building future families this Giving Hearts Day.
In 2021, we were blessed to receive $80,000 for camp scholarships so that no one could say that they couldn't afford to go to camp, and another $55,000 to cover a playground surface and some other site enhancements. This year, our goal is to raise again about $85,000 for camp scholarships and more site enhancements such as pathway lighting and some more walkways around the camp.
Last year on Giving Hearts Day, through your generous support, LB Homes raised $10,000 to update some of the audio and visual equipment in Light and Life Auditorium. This year, we're trying to raise $15,000 to $20,000 more in order to install a new projection screen and projection unit so that our residents can use it for special events, activities, and worship services. Please consider supporting LB Homes this Giving Hearts Day.
Lutheran Brethren Seminary was established in 1903. It is a seminary for the Church of the Lutheran Brethren, where pastors and missionaries and lay people are trained to spread the gospel of Jesus to people in North America and around the world. Giving Hearts Day donations help underwrite the cost of the seminary so we can help keep tuition more affordable to those that attend. Thank you for your support.
We at Lake Region Healthcare are committed to supporting the health and well-being of our patients and local community members. This year for Giving Hearts Day, we are raising funds to enhance our Pediatric Therapies Department to maximize children's continual growth. Please join me on February 9th to support our exceptional frontline workers to help our littlest of patients.
Well, welcome back to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm joined today with a special guest from Someplace Safe, easy for me to say, Someplace Safe, Cheyenne Lean. Welcome to the show, and you guys have been busy putting together, well, a big event that's been going on for, what, 20 years now?
Yep, it's our 20th annual tea fundraiser.
Yeah, and Someplace Safe puts that on, and I think it's probably been a few years since we've had a big event like this and a big fundraiser, so it's good to be back in person with those fun events, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We're at M State this year again at Legacy Hall. Our doors open at 10:30, and that's when our silent auction bidding starts. And then we have our luncheon starts at 11:30, and then after that we have some features such as the Fergus Falls School of Dance, and then we have a fashion show also put on by our new thrift store, our Someplace Safe thrift store that opened this spring.
Well, that should be a whole lot of fun. So this is all going on Saturday, February 18th. It's a big fundraiser. I always think of like the annual tea. Is it? Do you have to be a proper? You know, I'm picturing people dressed up like, you know, in the bygone eras. You know, Renaissance with big poofy dresses and fingers up in the air and, you know, fancy things like that. I mean, do you have to get all fancied up for it, or is it family friendly? Let's talk a little bit about.
Yeah, it's definitely
what it'd be like if you've never gone to one.
Yeah, it's definitely a family friendly event. We have tickets for the adults are $30, 12 and under is $15. So we have about 20 tables, and each table has a tea hostess, so they kind of have their own theme.
Sure.
So some of them can be more of like a Renaissance theme, or we have a 50s theme this year, a Mad Hatter theme. So kind of depends on what table you're sitting at, what you
cool.
kind of want to dress like. So it's really fun seeing the different creativity within the community, and the representation of the businesses is really fun too.
Very cool. So yeah, so like you said, you've got a tea hostess, somebody that takes care of the theme and everything for that, and then you would buy individual tickets and you would be sitting at one of these, you know, fun decorated tables.
Yeah, and if you need tickets and you don't know a table hostess that's selling out their table, you can definitely call my office, and we have some tickets still available, but space is limited.
Okay, limited space. You should get tickets ahead of time. Some of the things too, though, when we talk about a tea, is there are people just drinking tea, or is there some food too?
Yeah, we have it catered this year, and then we have tea, and we have definitely a bunch of coffee too. And then we have penny cakes doing the desserts this year, which we love.
Oh, that's fantastic. Absolutely, yeah. Save room for dessert. So it's much more than people drinking tea. It's luncheon. You've got penny cakes, tea, and coffee for those that want something else, and I'm sure there'd probably be some water if the kids want something like that. But in addition to the luncheon itself, then you've got the fashion show from the thrift store, which is fantastic. What a great new addition to our community, the new Someplace Safe thrift store in Fergus Falls. That'll be fantastic too.
Yeah, and with the thrift store too, when you're donating, that goes directly back into the community. It also, as an advocate, I'm able to write vouchers for our clients. So some people may think that it doesn't go directly to clients. I am able to provide those things to them directly using a voucher too. So if they're not being sold, they're given directly to a client.
Sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about that too with your work with Someplace Safe. As we said, this is a fundraiser for Someplace Safe, and fund goes goes toward providing services locally for Someplace Safe, and we should remind folks about some of the services that you provide and that you're serving so many populations.
Yeah, definitely. So I am primarily the domestic violence advocate, other than the crime victim advocate title that I have. So these funds will go back into direct services for our clients, such as safety planning is a huge thing. So we can provide things that relate to safety, such as like a gas card to make sure that you have gas in your vehicle if you need to go to safety. Phones are huge. We can get your locks changed, things like that. Anything that's related back to a crime or safety that we'd be able to provide. And then obviously we provide criminal advocacy, dealing with the court stuff, and doing restraining orders and things of that nature.
Sure, and that's one thing too with Someplace Safe. You're a domestic violence advocate, but as a crime victim advocate agency, you guys serve a whole lot of different areas. In addition to domestic violence too. So it's a lot of people. If they've been a victim of crime, Someplace Safe is a great organization to get in touch with to help you navigate a situation most people aren't in very often.
Right. Most people think of like domestic violence primarily, but we also have general crimes, which can be burglary, vandalism, harassment, and then sexual violence. We do have a sexual assault advocate also on staff too that specialize in all of our categories. So we do everything, we serve everyone, but then we each have our own little category that we kind of study on more. Yeah, specialize in.
Absolutely. And that, like we mentioned, this is a fundraiser, the Someplace Safe Tea on February 18th. You mentioned too that the doors open at 10:30, and that's when the silent auction bidding begins. Silent auctions are such a great way to raise funds. Can you give us kind of a sneak peek on some of the things that people could be bidding on?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it was Canaan Acres that donated. Here, let me get
she's got a whole stack of stuff here.
I didn't want to forget. Let me get this exactly what they're giving us. Yeah, so Canaan Acres donated a 2-night stay, and it was an upgrade from the classic suite to the 5-star suite.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a really good value. We also have a free night stay in the American, and then Swan Lake Resort and Campground is also giving away a lakeside cabin weekend getaway.
Wow.
So that'll be fun. That's 3 nights at their resort.
Which is, they've got a fabulous resort out there under new ownership a couple years ago, and they're really diving into the community too. So it's, like you said, it's great to see all the different businesses that make a contribution, make a donation to Someplace Safe, so that funds can be raised to help you guys provide additional services. So lots of great things will be at the silent auction. Again, you said that opens at 10:30. A few tickets are still available, so it's a limited number of tickets. And the best way for folks to get tickets if they're interested, we should remind them of that.
Yeah, you can give me a call at the Fergus office. And here, let me redo that.
Well, we'll put the number on the bottom of the screen.
Perfect.
So you probably don't call yourself very often. So we'll put the number on that folks can call and get tickets. And it's always a great event, 20th annual, and so excited for that. And of course, we want to thank all the hostesses for setting tables and all the work that they do for that. But silent auction, tea, cupcakes. All we can say is penny cakes, so you had me there. But again, it's good to have it back and in person. And Cheyenne, thank you so much for joining us and sharing a little bit about what's going to be happening at the Someplace Safe Tea.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You bet.
Hope to see you there.
Absolutely. Saturday, February 18th, 20th annual Someplace Safe Tea fundraiser. Hope to see you there, and we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back. Well, welcome back to our show. I want to thank Caleb and Cheyenne for coming to share some events and fundraisers that they are working on in our community. So much good work is done by our nonprofits in our community. And of course, for the Chamber, we are raising funds for general operating expenses at the Battle of the Businesses Bowling Tournament. So our final interview today is going to be with King Bob. All right, King Bob, what have you got to say about the Battle of Businesses Bowling Tournament? He doesn't talk much. So anyhow, it's coming up on Saturday, February 11th. We look forward to seeing so many of our friends and chamber members out at the event. And if you want to find out more, check out our website at fergusfalls.com. I'm Lisa Workman. This has been Find It in Fergus Falls, and we'll see you again next time.